I am live. Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone? Um, how is everybody doing today? Um, I had attempted to create an intro and an outro last night during Charlie Dorset's Twitch stream, and I I realized that I did that. I saved them wrong, or I saved one of them wrong. I saved it as an outro twice somehow. Whatever. Anyway, I'm still working on that. Hello, Lena M. Johnson. You just had a cat move in. Oh, she may not be very productive. I can understand that. Um, so I don't believe I've seen you before here on my sprints during my live streams. Whatever. Um, Pardon me as it's a little dark, number one. And number two, when I turn this light on, it tends to have too much glare. So I guess that's better. Um, why is, I'm sorry, my phone's ringing. Um, what was I going to say? But I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night. So if I'm a little bit um, distractible, I apologize. There. Good. Go to voicemail. Anyway, let's see. Oh, cool. Cool, cool, cool. It didn't work, Bonnie. That's very strange. Let me do that again for you. Let's see. Invite guest, copy the clipboard. Where would you like me to send that, Bonnie? What's easiest for you? I have not been putting my guest link in the Discord because are you sure? It's up to you. It's up to you. Um Whatever you would like to do. Um so yeah. Um let's see. What have I done so far this morning? Got my kid on the bus, walked the dog, took a shower. Um I sent that email yesterday. Opened a different studio. Well, that's okay. It was I had to rename it. I just renamed it. If it said something like the Petits or something and Autism Love and Acceptance, it's the same studio. It's just I had put a different name there. Um, for my the live stream for my other channel. Yeah, yeah. It's all one thing when I stream for the other channel too. So, yeah, that was last Sunday, right? Yeah, last Sunday. But anyway, so feel free, or I can resend it if you want. It is up to you. We'll have to see about any other guests if you would like. Um, let's see. I did send the link to a couple other people. Um, you said you were backstage. No one was there. Oh, I might have been changing from one computer to the other because I was working on my smaller laptop, my other laptop, with putting in some video. Do you want email? Because I've got my email open. Let's see here. Let me just do that. Let me just do that. Done. Alrighty. Okay, so anyway, that is done, and so yeah, I rebranded too because the other it's different branding for the other channel. So I I have it being purple because that is, according to some people, the color of acceptance. Autism being the old color representing autism used to be blue, and then you add love, which is red, and you get purple. Right? Autism being the old color representing autism used to be blue, and then you add love, which is red, and you get purple.
Oh shoot!
There we go. Autism being the old color.
Oh my goodness.
Oops.
Okay. I was watching also, so.
I guess so. So anyway, I started to say I apologize if I might be a little bit off today because I'm like developing a migraine because it's I woke up super early because blah 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 blah. Without going into all of the things.
I woke up extra early today, earlier than I would have liked, but it's okay.
Yep, it's all good. Family comes first. Oh, look at this. It is Texas Mystery. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? What is going on? Yeah, it's nice, very nice to see you. Let's see here. I am today. I need to. We could do an intro. Why not? Let's do an intro. My name is Heather Dewey Pettit, and I am a writer, editor, and artist, and apparently con panelist. I am getting ready for my con, which is called Necronomicon Tampa. And so I will be, at this time tomorrow, I will be in Tampa. I actually live in Pinellas County, which is the county in which you would find St. Petersburg and Clearwater and Palm Harbor, home of the world famous Innisbrook Golf Course. That Pinellas County, where all the beaches are. Yeah, yay for beaches.
I love anywhere there's water. Even though I'm not a big swimmer, I love being on the water and around the water, though.
Yeah. I'm both.
Yeah.
Because I grew up swimming. But that's I don't know. I grew up with two brothers. I don't know.
I don't know. I went snorkeling in the Caribbean. And I decided I don't want to swim in open water anywhere.
Open water? Oh, yeah, I don't know about that. I'm not big on deep water, so but I love swimming.
You know, sharks. And then I didn't dare do the part where everybody else did. I took pictures, but you actually got in the water with the sharks and the stingrays.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just take the pictures. Thank you.
Did we wake you up? I'm sorry. We're waking up Molly. My dog, I forgot your first name, Texas Mystery. I forgot. I'm sorry. But apparently I was waking her up. My dog, she's like 15 years old.
His name's Jim. You can check him out at Jim Johnson Media. Oh, I should have that cup today. I didn't have my Jim Johnson cup. I have my self-publishing with Dale cup today. You know, from the Big Banana. If you want
another phone call,
marketing or Kindle or keywords, this is my self-publishing with Dale has a lot of useful information and streams really often. So
very cool.
Good channel.
Sorry, 1 second. Can I call you right back, please?
Okay, no problem.
Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry. Phone call from the hubby. He must be at lunch already.
Well, at least
yeah, right. So that is very true. Hey, let us get set up with our first sprint. I have to do some packing. I have to do some packing, and I'm getting excited about that. Mostly I have to pack up my art because I will be participating in the art show. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and submit to those two mixed media pieces that have been in my Etsy shop.
Yay!
To the art show for judging, and
They're beautiful. They're beautiful. I love
for judging and maybe sell too. It's I can always make something kind of similar to put it back in my Etsy shop. So
you're very talented. They're beautiful. I look.
Thank
I'm like, I want them all. I want them
all. Thank you.
I'm like, she's thinking of them though. I'm like, how many did she make?
I have more coming. That's
yeah, the owl bookmarks are amazing. Those would be amazing Christmas gifts. The owl bookmarks. I really, I know a lot of people would enjoy that.
I made a good few of those for to take with me. So it's not much, but it's not going to be a very big space.
I guarantee those will be gone. I guarantee you'll sell all those. So
thank you.
Oh, they're beautiful.
So we can get started with a sprint, and I can call my hubby back and do some packing. Maybe.
Did you have a timer ready, or would you like me to pull one up?
I do not right now, but if you would like
to grab one, sure.
That's fine. That's fine.
Do you have a preference?
No, not at all.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah.
Just take me a second here. I just pulled the stuff down from the prompt coffee stream, so I can grab it.
You saw this, Bonnie. Forgive.
It's design. You're what?
Oh, text Jim saying I can forgive you, Bonnie. But what was that about? I don't know.
Oh, I didn't have his Johnson Media coffee mug today. I had self-published.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
How about we use Laura Nettles?
I'm Talon.
Oh, sorry, let me.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Oh, I love that idea because today is the first full day after the equinox. Is that right?
This is the water one that was right there.
Isn't that what Al Roker said this morning?
Oh, I didn't watch.
I heard him say that.
Okay, let me just share it too.
Oh, really?
It's taking me a little bit. I didn't have anything pulled up.
If you would like,
crazy. One little fly got in my basement here, so I think I'm gonna spend some time chasing it with the vacuum because it likes me. one annoying, and every time I try to get it, it goes up high where I can't reach, and it's just this one. I think because the light, and I open my basement back door leads outside.
Okay.
So sometimes I open that back door. It's not a screen there, but it's just this one. And I'm going to chase it with a vacuum, maybe this sprint. And I'm going to actually, I don't know what you're doing. I spent the last few sprints on my channel writing. So I think I'm actually going to work during this sprint on setting up some stuff with Post-it notes to work through my story and get like out of the paper visual onto the board where I can think about things a little differently. So I'm going to outline the story out so far on the board. This sprint, I'm going to work on that.
That sounds good. I still have a weird hair. I can't. It's like I'm looking in the shot and it doesn't match. I can't move my hand right. Anyway, I'll fix that, obviously. If you would like, Jim, sorry, I'm so bad with names. If you would like, Jim, I could send you a link if you would like. I had Charlie Dorset may show up. Also, I had initially sent had an arrangement with somebody to be a guest today, but he had to bow out. That's not my brother, actually. It's somebody else, somebody that's affiliated with Necronomicon. So
every time I think of your brother, I think of the Boy Scouts now because he's an Eagle Scout. Every time you mention your brother, I think Eagle Scout, and my husband is also an Eagle Scout, and he'd be excited. He's going on these adult weekend-long camping trips, these conferences things for the Boy Scouts.
Right. Yeah.
Adult only weekends. He plans all these weekends, and I bet your brother would enjoy that.
Oh yeah, yeah. He, my brother, he
leadership conferences and stuff,
Yeah, he's been to those. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar.
Mine will be gone the next few weekends for that, and then other trips for the younger ones, Boy Scout camping trips. So I have a lot of empty weekends right now.
That you don't go and stuff.
I'll have plenty of time to write, I'm sure. So at least it'll be quiet, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
whenever you want to do the countdown, or am I
sure, yes. Why don't you do that? That would be great.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining Heather Dewey Pettit's channel today. We're going to get some writing in. We are going to be productive and stretch the fingers, get a drink, refill your coffee. And number one, open your document, and actually open your document and use it on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sprint.
Okay. How did everybody do? What did everybody do? I took a phone call from the hubby and got the rest of my coffee from this morning. And I have to show my necro mug. And I hope that, Jim, I hope that you were able to use some of that timer. Oh, hello. Hi, Maggie.
And speaking of Jim, and speaking of coffee mugs, this is Jim's coffee mug from his merch, Johnson Media.
Very cool.
Many books he's published for sale. So you should check him out. Anybody who's interested.
I have
him out on Twitch as TX Mystery on Twitch. He also streams on Twitch as TX Mystery. That's mostly where I see him myself. So.
Yes, me too. I've been to his Twitch streams a couple of times now. And and then somebody gifted me with a sub, so that was nice. So yeah. Very cool. Thank you for that. I forgot who it was who did that. But anyway, yeah, this is my mug. This is from my con last year. It's Cholulu on it and being observed on a computer.
I think that is your favorite mug, isn't it, Heather?
What's that?
I think that is your favorite mug, isn't it?
Currently.
Yeah.
Who knows? I might get one. If they have them available, I don't know. At least I'm gonna get a T-shirt for sure. But if they have mugs available, if they've made any, I need to find out.
I collect coffee mugs wherever I go. Whatever I'm into, I always try to get a coffee mug or a T-shirt or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
Mostly coffee mugs, though. I use them more. So.
Yeah. But I do like T-shirts, or I sleep in T-shirts a lot too. Oh, that's right. I was going to wear my necro shirt, but it's got the same design on it. So
I like clothes a lot. I like clothes a lot. So I have clothes for different things. I think I should probably donate more again. I accumulate clothes so fast. It seems like. Confessions of a Shopaholic. There you go.
There you go.
Oh, especially on like the last 2 years on Amazon, ridiculous. You know?
Oh my gosh. Last 2 years, people buying so much stuff on Amazon. So much stuff on Amazon that Amazon just got crazy because they couldn't keep up with everything.
Now it's keeping tabs of what you can deduct at the end of the year or not.
Yeah, right. But I ordered something like about 2.5 weeks ago or so, and it's like there's no like it was completely not the color that I was hoping for, but
you know what is interesting as being a cosmetologist for so long. I've been a cosmetologist for so long. If you're a working cosmetologist, you can actually write off your hair products, your makeup products, your clothes. You get a percentage of that, because that is work expenses,
right?
Which is amazing if you're working. Same with writers. There's so many things you can write off with your business also.
I was just going to say the same thing. Or even if you're regularly employed, you can deduct things like clothes that you have to wear.
If you're currently selling your work, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, even at a regular job, you can do that. I heard that years ago.
Right. It's almost that time. It's almost the end of the... Excuse me.
Bless you.
We're in the last quarter, so time to start slowly thinking about those things.
Yeah. Last quarter is October, November, December. Just about there.
I feel like
and it looks like he managed to get some lunch and get some pages read in Robert B. Parker's Payback, a Sonny Randall novel. So is that a mystery? Kind of sounds like it. So yeah, I'll have some lunch eventually. I'm not sure if I'll probably wait till my stream's over
I bet TX would love Tamara Wood's channel. She's a cozy mystery author.
Yes, that's a very good point.
I heard people talking about finding people who are writing similar things, and Tamara Woods writes cozy mystery. Enjoy ocean. God bless you.
Thank you. My
are you all ready for your con?
Not quite. I'm getting there. Yeah, so I'm always doing a few things last minute, but the late Robert V. Parker created the characters of Sonny Randall, Spencer, and Jesse Stone. Okay, gotcha. As in Spencer for Hire. Okay, I knew that sounded that. I knew even the author sounded familiar. Okay, cool. In my book, I even have. Oh, cool. Okay. Even in my book, I do have some elements of mystery, but it's not a murder mystery, that's for sure. It's a fantasy. But it's very much character based. So it's not your typical young adult genre.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that till you're ready. Okay. You gotta hit it. Yeah, I just was getting it set for you. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
That's right.
Saving you work, Heather.
Do what?
I said I'm saving you work, so I didn't mean to. I didn't know it was going to go straight up before I was just getting it prepared.
That's okay. I like the timer. Thank you for that.
I just figured we had a water one before. I didn't know what you wanted, so I just feel free to tell me how many minutes you want. I tend to just go to 20-minute timers. So I like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, you know.
Oh, TX Mystery says 2 or 3 of his assistant writers inherited creative license to continue to write some of the stories. Very cool, very cool. Trying to set it straight, and then maybe I'll adjust my camera here. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So. Oh, okay. I wasn't quite clear on that. I'm sorry. Let me send you a link. Where would you like it sent? Just let me know. No problem. Or I can do it during the sprint. There's that too. Do all the things.
Do you have a lot going on today, Heather?
Yes, I already have, but as well as you. But
yeah. I have an open house tonight too. So
you have an open house
for the school.
Oh.
That should be fun.
Is it? We had a virtual open house.
No, ours is in person.
Wow, interesting.
Right. Mask up and not get
exactly.
Mask up, sanitize.
Eat all the oranges.
A lot of people in there, a lot of kids, a lot of parents.
What I'm saying is, TX, I could send you the. I don't know. I don't usually put it in the comments, but that's a thing, right?
I do that on Fridays. And you both are more than welcome to join me tomorrow on Prompt Coffee Brunch Writing Bunch at 11 a.m. for open writing with friends.
Yeah, I guess I could do that.
I have.
It'll only be available for an hour, so that's right.
How many people can you hold with StreamYard? When you?
I think it's 9.
Wow. So mine is open till that capacity tomorrow. So anybody who wants to join, I hope you'll come over, Heather, if you're not busy in the morning.
Yeah. I will be tomorrow. I will be going over there going into Tampa tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So because it actually starts tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
So what I'm planning it on is taking my art over, hanging out for a couple hours, and coming back.
Oh, enjoy the day.
Hubby's working because hubby's working, so I have to, hanging out for a couple hours and coming back. Oops.
Oh,
hubby's working because hubby's working, so I have to, hanging out for a couple hours.
Just hit mute. Just hit mute. Which is right underneath the screen. Just hit mute. Which is right underneath.
Mute or get out of YouTube.
Yep. Or just remove them from the screen until it's mute.
Mute or get out of YouTube.
Oh, what the hell?
TX hit mute or cancel out of whatever you're in that's making the noise.
Hang on.
TX hit mute or
Oh, there we go.
And if you haven't shut that down, it's an open window. The sound is on whatever open window you're in.
Oh, there we go.
And if you haven't shut that down, it's an open window. The sound is on whatever open window you're in.
Okay, hang on just a minute. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, there we go.
And if
it's getting there. Okay, that's much better. Okay, cool. No big deal.
I hope I helped.
It happens to everybody.
Yep. Especially if you haven't used this software before. Remember, we tried a different streaming software last week, and we ended up pretty late, Heather. So things happen. So you got it figured out.
Yeah. So let me unmute you, Jim. Here, if I can. So,
yeah, I'm back now. So
unmute you, Jim.
Oh, you have the stream playing in the background, and so it's gonna echo.
Yeah, that's the problem. I'm trying to figure that out and get that.
Just X out of the stream. You have the stream playing in the background, and so it's gonna echo.
Okay, so what do I need? That's the problem. I'm trying to figure that out and get that.
Just X out of the stream. You have the stream playing in the background, and so it's gonna echo.
Okay.
Hi, Charlie.
It's Charlie.
Okay, there we go.
Big, huge, giant hearts.
Hello.
Oh, I missed you.
Hello.
I missed you.
Mm-hmm.
Happy to see you.
Happy to see you.
It's the whole week, really.
It's been a crazy week.
Yes, it has.
It has been
a crazy week.
It has been a crazy, anxiety-filled week, but luckily I've turned that into 4 book covers, and I have 2 more to do.
Wow, okay.
So
cool.
Saw that on your Instagram.
Should we let TX introduce himself since it's his first time here? And
Absolutely.
Everybody knows Charlie.
Yeah, hang on just a minute. Let me adjust my camera.
And if you don't know me, you will eventually.
Yeah, this is a new experience for me because I haven't done this before. So normally I'm doing streaming on Twitch, but this is like the first time I've ever linked in with more than one person at a time. So this is actually kind of fun.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, this is my quote this week for myself that I wrote out. Experience is life, and life is experience.
That's very true.
This is what I look at my coffee mug on so I don't make marks on my desk, but that's what I look at every time I pick up or set down my coffee this week.
Yeah. And just to let you know, hey, Heather, Bonnie, yes. Charlie, this is the book that I'm reading from. This is Robert B. Parker's Payback. It's the Sonny Randall novel.
Wonderful.
And one of the authors that inherited some of that creative license is a man named Mike Lupica, or it's spelled Lupica. And he is one of like 2 or 3 authors that continued a lot of the writing that Robert B. Parker would have done had he lived longer. But he created, like I said in the chat, the 3 characters that we know as Sonny Randall, Spencer for Hire, and the Jesse Stone character that's been part of the Tom Selleck Jesse Stone movies. So
cool.
Okay.
Sounds pretty good.
So I try to read from some quality authors when I take the time to read and I'm not writing. So
that's great. Okay, let's see. It is getting to be 12:53. Maybe we'll do our next sprint on the hour, so we can give Charlie a chance to say something.
It has been a crazy, crazy week. Today actually is my mother's 80th birthday.
Oh, wow.
And
happy birthday to her.
Yes.
We are going to have a big party later today. We're going to have another one this weekend with friends and family coming in for that.
How's the sister visit?
It's good. I've had this weird feeling all week, like I've been sitting in the principal's office, just waiting.
Is it?
Just waiting?
Are you just doing this around your house all day, Charlie?
Yeah, just about. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I feel you.
I had a weird dream the other day of what the book covers for the new series should look like. Okay, so with all this going on this week, Sunday, I got the edits back from my editor.
That's great.
So all I have to do is go through and make sure all the final commits are committed to the document, and if any final changes need done, do that, and it's ready to go out. So Raid is ready for the world, basically.
Nice.
And of course, I had this wonderful moment of, I hate all the book covers. I hate the book covers. I don't like the book covers. And so I have been redesigning all of them for the entire series, because the thing about a series is they all have to look like they belong on a shelf together. So just because I like the one I did for Raid does not mean that it can be used if I can't do that style for all 6 books in the series. So
you and TX have something in common, because I just heard him talking about revamping book covers also.
So yeah, I've been working on this for most of the week now. Last night I put it into the Dignati section, the supporter section of the Discord. So for everybody who's a subscriber on Twitch, Coffee, or Patreon, you can go into the behind the scenes channel in my Discord and actually see the 4 covers that are done before anybody else. And the feedback has been really, really good, because it's a very different art direction from what I was doing before. I think my favorite comment that I got back was from Megan, who said they look like if Van Gogh did acid and was hired to do fantasy covers. And I think that is high praise.
I love it.
Yeah.
Somebody will
That's a good way of putting it.
Somebody will eat it right up. Somebody will.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Sounds like it.
So I'm very excited about that. Like I said, I got 2 more to do, and I've got the whole series redone, and I'm excited. I'm very excited. I'm also terrified, because now that the final edits are done, that means people are actually going to get to read this like insane fantasy world. But hey.
I know you probably world builded the out of it.
Oh, I did.
I know.
This is my process though. Like, I'm fine through everything until it's like, oh crap, it's publication time. That's when panic happens. Like, oh no, somebody actually.
Mine is when I want to think about giving it over to somebody else to critique me. I'm still battling that a little bit, but I'm getting better slowly. I'm a newer.
People might give me money for this. No.
Charlie, I'm already experiencing that because I've been doing it for the last 10 years or so, or a little longer.
15 years. I've been a published author for 15 years.
It's amazing. I am not yet a published author, but I've written so many stories that, you know what? It's okay. We all take our own time.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yes.
I'm the type of person where I move at my own pace. I move at my own pace, and a lot of other people get mad and they're like, oh, because they want me to move at their pace. And then at the end, when I'm excelling at what I do because I did it at my own pace later, and they're like, oh, wow. I'll get there eventually because I know my process over many different things I've been interested in, you know, from beginning to mastery. So it takes a while. You guys are definitely somebody I look up to, just being that you've conquered this process so many times over and over again. It's amazing to me.
Well, Blinded Angels was my first publication back since my unscheduled mental health vacation. So, and it went over fairly well. And I'm really, really happy about that. I know people on the streams have heard me talking about this insane fantasy world where, like, it's what I want from my fantasy. It's just balls to the walls magic and craziness. And I think it's one of those things, like, people are really loving the idea in theory. We'll see what happens in practice.
Yeah, that's usually what happens in some cases.
But even the editor got really into the world and started asking questions about, like, so this character, do they make it to the end of the book? Are these two characters gonna, like, I'm just warning you, I'm shipping these characters now, like, so when your editor gets emotionally involved, I feel like I did something right. So
yeah, that's usually the fun about it.
Yeah.
Very, very cool, Charlie. That's awesome.
Well, and the thing is, you know, when Charlie mentioned that he's wanting to revamp book covers, you know, my situation is that I went through a website called selfpubbookcovers.com to publish later books such as Chicago Two-Step with Joseph Hampton Mysteries. And then when I started my other two series, The American Angels and Des Donovan, for sure I went through those because it would give me a new start with a new series to kind of just, you know, present a good foot forward so that they're intrigued enough to go and look on the inside. Because the old saying that, you know, you don't ever judge a book by its cover is great, but if your packaging is at least attractive enough that it's going to get someone's attention, then that prompts them to go, oh, there's a one of those angels that, you know, is made out of this, you know, chiseled out of stone, has its, you know, hands like this, and it says American Angels. That's like, so there's more than one angel in this book.
And
so I need to open it.
And when they see this and it's attractive, it makes them read this.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes them open this and makes them buy this.
Right, exactly. That, and that's the thing, is that you want to be able to, you know, you want to be able to put the carrot out there to where it's looking delicious enough that they'll actually take a taste of it. And in that situation, that's what I did. And that's also what I did, just to show an example, with a book that I've been reading some excerpts, some of them on my Twitch streams, which this is American Angels Blackout. And if you notice, it's a different cover. It's more of a, you know, a little more mysterious, where there's a woman's face kind of have it up with the moon in the background and a, you know, a water feature in the back. And, you know, it's kind of like I wanted to present something a little different, because this is going to be a bit of a darker book than American Angels was, the tag up, the first book. So it deals with a little more dark personality in some, but the same person that narrated, the same character that narrated American Angels tag up, is the one that's going to narrate all of the American Angels stories, which is one half of the tag team, known as Tori Blanton. And Tori's the one who gives that unique perspective from her viewpoint. you know.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I'm having a lot of fun with all this is I don't I don't think people are going to be quite ready for the I've been calling this gothic epic fantasy because it's bright, it's shiny, it's a lot of fun, there's a lot of silliness, and when it decides to go dark, like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, what I did, Charlie, is that the reason why this series came about was I was ending one book series to begin another, and I used the Joseph Hampton Mysteries, one book in there, as a transition to get this into light with Tag Up, because the character that narrates the story, she was an NCIS agent, very young, on a drug interdiction with Interpol called Operation Olympia, and it was doomed from the start. And she suffered some traumatic events as a result, and she killed some of the members of the Sicilian crime family that were trying to kill her, and she did it in a rather brutal fashion. And this is like 2 months after this all took place. And the lead agent of Task Force Corpus Christi, Jason Vaughn, said, "I want her in my task force." And the Secretary of the Navy looked at him like he lost his mind and said, "Why?" He said, "Because based on what she's got in her file, it's not telling the full story. I'm not getting all the information. I want her boots down with me so I can get to know her and see what's going on with her." And then he discovers that she was very young when she became an agent, graduated from college very young, basically an emancipated minor who was just trying to just find a way to live and exist in the world. And then when he got her, he realized, okay, I know what she's like. I know what's going on with her. I can work with her, and I can maybe help her navigate some of the issues I once had to navigate. So as a result, as her life progresses from this point forward, we see that she's becomes a lot calmer, a lot cooler, a lot more collected, even though she's still in her early 20s. So that's the thing that kind of helped. And it even kind of helped me a little bit because it was very therapeutic to write that. So
writing can be amazing therapy.
Yeah, it is.
It really can. Yeah.
And the thing is, when I wrote Blackout, one of the things that the professional wrestling was dealing with at the time was a lot of the female wrestlers were coming into a situation where they were having a speaking out movement, where they had been, violently assaulted and abused as part of their training. And we're talking, not, just normal stuff that you go through when you train for a career like that.
Yeah.
Stuff that women shouldn't have to go through. And when I wrote that book, I didn't realize that I had probably stumbled onto a book that could be a vehicle and how to deal with it in one aspect from that standpoint. I think, and because Tori's partner, Santana Garvin, suffered some of this. And her final resolution, and this is all I'm going to say, but you'll have to read to get the in-between details. She had a steel cage match in New York against the person who assaulted her and beat him senseless.
Good.
But the thing is that, so often today, a lot of these ladies in this profession don't get to do that because there's a lot of promotions that don't like what I call intergender wrestling, men against women. But the women look at it from the standpoint, I'm not a woman first, I'm an athlete first. And that's going to be their vehicle of saying, you want to start a problem with me? Fine. I'll show you what the phrase "hell hath no fury like a woman scorned" really is. And when I get you in the ring, you're going to realize it. And, and I discovered through some of the friendships I made in that world and that entertainment genre that some of them suffered really badly. And I told them, if you want to see one aspect of how a character of mine dealt with it, pick this book up and read it.
Mm.
And it may not solve the problem. It may not even do anything to help them come to terms, but at least they can see one aspect of, okay, this is how this character dealt with it. This is how she got the support that she has now. And this is where she goes with it.
Mm.
So that is, sometimes as authors, we can actually influence in a good and positive way.
Yep.
And writers as well. So
and on that note, writers as well. Heather, you think it's time for a sprint? We get our 20-minute sprint in, so we can get our writing in today too. A little bit.
Okay.
That's fine with me. That's fine with everybody else. Eva loves your curls, Bonnie.
Oh, thanks. I'm dying to get my board outlined. So I'm going to turn on my music playlist and I'm going to start getting my story outlined on my board here. I'm like itching to turn the camera off and turn around and start post-it noting my board bag here.
Cool.
I don't mind. You can keep going. I got to get up and the coffee's hitting me. I took a time away.
She's wired now.
I'm ready.
Wired.
I'm ready to get my board ready for Act 2 next week.
I need to get wired because I got stuff to do and maybe my migraine will go away. So that would be good. Hey, who wants to count us down?
But I feel eyes on me.
Okay.
Charlie's doing it. Charlie's doing it.
Alrighty. I'm going to say this first and foremost. Make sure that you are not only saving, but backing up your work. The Gremlins tried to take one of Chandra's videos away from her yesterday, and luckily there were backups, and she was able to retrieve it from the pit of obliteration from which it fell. Okay. So back up.
Before you count it down, Charlie, I remember saying in here once that I had lost an 80,000 word manuscript for a book that I wrote some years back.
96,000 words. Yep.
I actually have the big hard copy file of what I worked from, and I'll show it after the sprint's done.
Yeah, I've once lost a 96,000 word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back up. Save your stuff. Send it to a friend. Send it to yourself. Do whatever you can to make sure that you do not lose a copy of it. Also, if you do need to just daydream and look off into the distance and just have a sip of your coffee or tea or whatever beverage you are imbibing right now, it's fine. We are very hard on ourselves as writers, and it is important for us to remember that self-care is productivity for writers.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Let us get started on this sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Thank you.
Heather, sound or no sound?
I can hear something, but it's barely.
I can unmute myself. It's good. It's nice and low.
best way to improve your videos? With music from Epidemic Sound. Get the safest music subscription for content creators with over 35,000 tracks and 90,000 sound effects. Start your 30-day free trial today.
We gotta have peace to keep the world alive. We're making save the children, the little ones who just don't understand.
They were blinded, tried to deny us, didn't think we were following our hearts. We are breaking free, it's just you and me. We might fall apart.
that a fan or something?
Yeah, I've been hearing every once in a while. Okay. What did everybody do?
I started. So I started for my weekend process for my recap. So I'm gonna listen to what I have so far on speech and let it read to me, and I'm gonna use even smaller little post-it notes and put any little notes for each chapter up to go back when I go back to revise while I'm still in the zone of that.
Nice.
So that's what I'm trying this weekend, over the weekend, recap tomorrow and up to chapter 9. So I'm pretty good in this story.
I got myself some coffee and had some of that, some of my water. I got my little suitcase I'm putting the art in. That's behind me in the chair behind me. I've been like just organizing things. This is like a little bin that you put finished artwork in. So I've got some things in here. Oh, I did not list this. I forgot. But I'll have it with me just in case, whatever. I got my I got a couple of things, little easels in there. I got my business card holder.
That's very cute.
Isn't it?
Your business
and I didn't realize what it was when I first got it. I thought, oh, that's a really cool paperweight. I got to get it. It was at Goodwill for like, $2 or something. And then I realized it's a business card holder. Holy crap. And it's all the way around.
I need one of those when I finally go on book signing tours again.
I had a sticker on the bottom that said Kirkland's. I'm like,
is anybody old enough to have actually seen a Rolodex? I think everybody here is
old. Oh, yeah,
yes.
I've seen them.
Yeah.
Seen them. I used to have one.
I think we're all plenty old enough to have seen one of those.
But now they're on your phone, so it's like, why do you need a Rolodex to keep around? That's,
because they're fun to spin.
Yes,
that's true, Charlie. That's very true. they make for great stress relievers, just rolling it around.
Yes, that was. I think my first fidget spinner was a Rolodex.
I can still remember friends' phone numbers in high school. Okay.
Yeah.
But now I couldn't tell you a single person's actual phone number. If I lost my phone, I would not know anybody's number. But I tell you what, when I was younger, I can still remember friends I called. I can still remember their phone number from, well over 20 years ago.
Because you usually had maybe 3 or 4 really good friends that you kept the numbers on here, and it's like,
yeah,
oh, I need to call them about this. Wait a minute, I need to call the other one about this. That makes a big difference. Yeah.
I remember this one kid, Jimmy. I still have his phone number in my head. Like, we used to compete always for being, high grades and being smart. And I remember conversations about Seinfeld, and we used to argue on the phone for like nothing. It was like an ongoing joke over, is it macaroni or is it noodles? I don't know why. Like that was an ongoing thing. It's so weird. That's but funny. Things you remember, yeah. I still remember people's phone numbers, but I tell you what, I couldn't tell you anybody's phone number probably from years. Because it's just like you push their name and it just dials, Or you say dial so-and-so and it just goes right to it. So
yeah.
I wonder how that plays on our memories as we lose those skills.
Well, I know that when I had my my meeting with the Dodge Ram truck, not by choice, back in 2002, a lot of those good memory skills that I had kind of left when I had that severe concussion. So it's kind of one of those things where, we're talking about so severe, Heather, that I had this much of my right femur shattered, and they had to put a titanium rod through it to get it to repair. You couldn't just splint that. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I had a head injury when I was a teenager, and they didn't think I had a concussion. But talking to people about it later, it's possible I had a very, very slight concussion. Although I could answer all their questions like, what country do I live in? Who's the president? Was
Yeah.
Ronald Reagan at the time? Yada yada yada. And but there's much more to that now that we know much more about concussion now that that's very simple. Who knows? I was kicked in the head by a horse. Yeah, don't do that for me.
That would hurt. That has to hurt.
It was one of those things where it didn't hurt per se, but it was like, I don't feel so.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Kind of the
yeah.
aftershock kind of thing. It's like your system kicks in and dulls the pain or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like
that. Yeah, I understand that. Well, I got a few more. I got like 2 or 3 chapters read in the book this time around during the sprint, and I'm starting to understand the case that Sunny's gotten herself into. So it's a little more. It's causing me to realize maybe this is one of those aspects I might want to look at for my next mystery with Joseph Hampton, where he actually gets a threat from somebody that says, it would be a good idea if you got ahead of this and just avoided this case altogether. And it's like, and knowing the fact that Joseph Hampton is a former Marine Corps sniper, former NCIS agent, no, he's not going to back off. And the fact that he's married to the Dallas police chief in that series now, he's not going to back off. He's going to have a line of blue backing him up as well. So why would he want to? We'll see what happens. But it's kind of given me, that's the reason why it's always a good idea not only to be an avid writer, but to be an avid reader, as it's often said. And that's so that you can get some inspiration, especially if you write in the same genre that you read, because then that also will get you to, get you motivated to go, maybe I could take, the base premise of this, of just, getting a threat and saying, this is what I need to do with this character, knowing he's got a family, knowing he's got the chief of police, in front of him, beside him, behind him. That's going to be a big to do, I think.
Yeah, I feel like you really need to be able to. You need to be well versed in the genres that you're working in.
Yeah.
Right?
As best you can.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that has gotten me doing some of the really bizarre fiction that I'm working on now, and it's just because, as a fan of fantasy literature, I feel like it's just gotten so samey. Yeah. Like, we have our models that all of the series follow. And I remember when I was a kid reading books and being like, oh, what's that? What's that? What's that? And now everything's like, oh, here's my 15 varieties of elf. Have you seen my 17th variety of elf?
Oh, God.
They're coming in the next
I would love to watch Elf. You said Elf, like the Elf, the aliens?
ELF.
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 Oh,
Elf.
now I'm showing my age.
And like, oh my goodness, it's so, like, when I started making this, like, the first thing that I told myself is, like, I cannot use any standard fantasy races.
No.
And that made for, like, having to come to terms with some things, because one of the species I created, the Sadath, I absolutely love them, but I showed some of my stuff to a friend and they were like, you realize, like, you just created magic furries, right? And I was like, no. Oh, I can live with that. I can live with that. It's an untapped market. It's an untapped market.
Well, and the thing is, another author on Twitch, SC Paris. I don't know if you've read or heard about the Dark World series, Charlie, but she has almost every fantasy character type woven into her stories. And she starts off basically with vampires and lycans or werewolves, and then starts adding mages and other characters in. And I have not read any of her books, but I've seen all the different types, because she uses those in her Discord for her Discord server to give roles to people who like to identify with a certain character genre.
Nice.
And because I have my Comanche characters in my books, I say that they're descended from West Texas Timberwolves, because they have powerful shaman spirits, because they're warrior shamans.
Okay.
And as a result, they actually can transform at will, like say in the Twilight series, where they just like when one of the spirit walkers decides they want to just change into a wolf, they can.
Yeah.
Well, they don't change all the way in some cases. They're still look like something like from the Wolfman or the werewolf werewolves that are in current sci-fi fantasy movies and stuff at this point.
Nice.
But the thing is that the spirits are powerful enough that they will, when called upon, sometimes even still in human form, just exemplify the strength and the tenacity and the ferocity. And that's something that, with SC Paris's stuff, I kind of am intrigued by. So that's one of those I'm planning on writing. But the thing is, it goes also back to, with me, a lot of these fantasy characters that are like that, they can still exist in human form in the real world. And the only time some of that stuff comes out is when there's an extreme situation, anger, or somebody that they care about gets threatened.
Right.
And then you see what I call the makeup coming off, and you see what they really are, and why humans sometimes will get the Jesus scared out of them as a result.
Okay. I like that premise.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Just a moment. Hey, guys, I'm going to have to go, because in about 15 minutes, I'm going to be streaming on Twitch.
Oh, right.
So,
Nice to see you.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah. Oh, I enjoyed it. This was fun.
It was.
I think I'm going to go ahead and get my own StreamYard account, and I'll see if I can be able to, hook up with you, from that standpoint, Heather, and then we can do this again. That would be fun.
You can use StreamYard on Twitch. It's a little different, but you can have guests that way.
Yeah, and that's the thing I want to do eventually, is I want to be able to do something where you and Heather, can join me in a stream like that, and we, talk about the writing aspect, and let those who follow us there or follow me or whatever, they can join us in the chat and ask questions, and it'd be like just having a little mini con of our own.
And exactly. Charlie, you have a stream today, don't you, or is that tomorrow?
That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, tomorrow at 5 Eastern is my regular Friday stream.
Okay. All right. Well, my friends, it was good. It was fun to be here, and we'll talk at you later. So, right on. Have fun. Keep it going.
See you later.
Have the fun. I forgot to say when we came back from the sprint, but I got book 4's cover done.
What?
So,
you're so productive.
5 of the 6.
You're just
finished.
You're just.
What do you use to make your cover, Charlie? Real quick.
For these, because I have kind of an idea of what I'm wanting to do, I am fleshing them out in Canva to kind of collage together the imagery that I'm wanting, and then I'm going through and making them more, as Megan said, psychedelic Van Gogh does fantasy.
Speaking of psychedelic, look at this timer.
Yeah.
If you, I will actually, Heather, yeah, for both of you, I will DM them to you on Instagram so you can see what I've been doing.
Yay! I saw some stuff on your Instagram this morning.
I saw something. Yeah, me too. Looked like reminded me of pebbles or something.
And thanks again, Heather, for inviting me.
Oh, no problem at all. No problem at all.
I really enjoy it.
Okay. Do we want to have a quick sprint?
I'm always down for a quick sprint, but that's
fine.
Like I always say, I'm just here for the ride. So
yeah.
I gotta continue organizing myself.
And I hope you didn't mind me, but I forgot to have something this morning to eat because I was so busy and I rushed back. And then I never got a brunch snack at my brunch writing. And now you're seeing me scarfing down Milano dark chocolate sea salt.
Uh-oh.
And I'm gonna go get more coffee. I feel a drop. I'm gonna go pump it up with some more caffeine. Pump it up. I'm ready. Do I really need more coffee though? Is a question. I say
that might be a question, Bonnie.
I say yes.
Put lots of milk in it, right? Then it's kind of healthy.
I have a cinnamon latte creamer that's so yummy, especially in that pumpkin coffee I got at the grocery store.
There you go.
Ooh, so yummy.
That sounds really good. Wow. I'm gonna have to put some cinnamon in my coffee now.
So that's your reminder, writers. Eat. If you haven't moved from your desk in like 4 or 5 hours, right?
Yeah, I ate something this morning.
Yeah, just these cookies so far. So.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and do this last sprint, and then we can wrap it up. Hey, Bonnie, would you like to count us down? You're muted. Oh, there you go.
All right. Everybody ready? Like Charlie says, save your documents because we don't want to lose those words. All this talk about losing words. Save. And I'm going to stretch my fingers, get more coffee or water if you prefer water. But coffee is great. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sprint. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you did well on that sprint. I personally got up and got something to eat. I got a little bagel and a little rice pudding and opted for water, and I snuck in a few minutes of Vampire the Masquerade episodes on Jace Maxwell's channel. I caught the end. So
Nice.
I took that sprint to just kind of chill out. I've been going all morning, so I got a lot of writing in today, and I'm feeling pretty good.
Awesome. I was having to make a new large card base for something, but I realized the card base was a little bit dog-eared, so I wanted to get a nice, clean, newly cut card base for that. It's for the Hobbit card, the Hobbit door card.
That's really nice.
Hey, I'll be right back so that Charlie can see it. Hold on.
I finished the basic concept for the final book in the series and started futzing around with it to make it look like something.
Nice.
And I also sent the other ones to Heather and Bonnie on IG.
Oh yeah, I haven't
I'm
had a
gonna
chance.
check that out a little bit later.
But this is not a card.
Stuff.
That's cool.
I love that.
It has to be red, right?
That is so cool.
Charlie? Thank you. Putting that there because it's got tape on it. Out of the way. But yeah, I got a lot of my stuff all organized in baggies, sleeves, and then baggies to sort them by type and size and extra stuff just in case whatever. Got my bookmarks. Made sure I had my business card folder. I'm getting really excited. Excited / anxious.
It's finally here. It's finally here. You've been talking about it for weeks, and it's finally here.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm excited. You know, the YouTuber and podcaster Christian Basil, who's been here before in the chat, he was originally going to come today, but he had something come up. But he's apparently he's going to come another time. But he's local to my area, and he's you know, it's all pop culture and Doctor Who and stuff like that. Lots of sci-fi and stuff. So yeah, his podcast and YouTube and whatever are The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS.
That's awesome. That's a nice name. I like that.
Yeah, his idea was to get a small TARDIS, you know, toy TARDIS, whatever model, and to take it to cons and interview, you know, stars and whatever. And yeah, it's a thing, and he's done a great job with it. I think he's also the owner of the Hangin' With web show that's on YouTube and stuff podcast, I think. But anyway, so it's like authors and other people involved in fantasy and science fiction. So yeah, and then so anyway, I'm off to Necronomicon Tampa tomorrow. I'm gonna go. My plan is to, barring anything else, is to take the art over there tomorrow, Charlie. And so I'll be in Tampa for a while, and then I got to come back because I got to, you know, do the parenting thing, and then go over Saturday morning. So, but it's only like 45 minutes from where I am, so that's not a big deal.
Still a nice drive.
So yeah, it is a nice drive. You know, it's not too bad going into Tampa from here. Yeah, so you know, 45 minutes. Give or take, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And I forgot to say earlier, Charlie, that I actually am going to be out on an additional panel.
Ooh.
Why not, right? I was saying to Bonnie earlier this week. I said, it's fine. I was quoting you. I said, it's fine. It's fine. It's all fine.
Fine. Yeah.
It is the mantra. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's fine.
That's what I kept telling myself. So, and that one is was not mentioned earlier in various wherever I've been, and the blog posts and stuff. But it's called Cosplay is for Everybody. That includes people with disabilities or just anything, whatever. So,
which is so true. I have a friend who I couldn't even start to list all of his problems, and
sure.
Gotcha. Depending on where he is in the cycles of all things, is either in a wheelchair or walking with a walker, but he does some of the best cosplay I have ever seen because he's so creative with it and has so much fun with it.
Some people can be very creative with it. I've seen lots of kids
my Halloween costume,
and their parents will just go all out because they want them to be, to have that experience, to have the Halloween experience or cosplay or whatever. So they go all out and they make some really elaborate stuff to go on. I've seen Darth Vader in a TIE fighter on the wheelchair, they made a TIE fighter or whatever. And it's really awesome to see. Thanks, Eva. Yeah, so, business cards going in the thing right now. Don't want to forget those. And although those are the old ones, where's the new ones?
The two most amazing cosplays I've ever seen in person was one person dressed up as G1 Bumblebee from the Transformers and had the costume designed so he could transform.
That's pretty cool.
Hey, that's cool.
He'd lay down
something like that on the socials.
That's
awesome. That was phenomenal. And I had a friend who had way too much money who got a full bore Predator costume made that when he opened his jaw wide, the mandibles would pop out. And
oh my God.
It was incredible.
I know someone who's so into he had the full Batman suit, like official suit, and he would wear it to parties.
I have a friend, actually my neighbor across the way.
He keeps it on like a mannequin type thing, all displayed in his
okay.
Why wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, but you can wear it and it's like official.
That's
probably a couple $100, kind of thing.
I think more than that actually. He's
sure.
fanatic. But
I have a neighbor real quick. Her brother-in-law, I think it's her brother-in-law, has one of those.
There he is.
It's got a motorcycle engine but looks like a car, you know what I mean? Those things, and they've got bucket seats and they're kind of, I know
what you're talking about. I can't remember what they're called.
Anyway, it's black. And it almost looks like a Batmobile. So guess what he dresses up as?
That is awesome.
Yeah. So I thought that was really cute. I don't know if he kind of did it for, his niece or whatever, but my friend, her daughter's in a wheelchair. So anyway.
Eva's comment?
What's that?
Did you see Eva's comment?
Yeah, just now.
Life would be fun if people just cosplayed as part of their daily lives.
Right.
Some people do. Have you ever been to a major city, non-pandemic times? There's so many people who cosplay for a living on the streets when it's.
This is honestly what I miss about clubbing from back in the day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just the creativity that would show up.
What was I going to say? Oh, I was just going to say some authors will cosplay as like with something to do with their books, characters from their books.
That's pretty cool.
I've kind of done that, sort of, kind of. They're going to have a panel on closet cosplay.
That's cool.
That's tomorrow.
My mind just goes to something else.
It's that one I want to go to tomorrow because just to get more ideas and stuff, and just to relax and have some fun and stuff. And I will be wearing a mask. Actually, it's weird. So,
what's your mask look like?
I'm just going to wear something that matches the Necro shirt, the Necronomicon shirt, for tomorrow probably. But for the one cosplay that I have, I just have a plain, boring white cotton one that I'm going to decorate, and they're going to have decoration time. They always have like crafty stuff.
Cool.
What do they call it? Chululu Academy. Yeah, that's it. So yeah,
sounds fun.
They have a lot of themed stuff like that. So they always have LARP games going on. They have when it was really full blown a couple years ago, they had a whole it was I want to say a ball. It wasn't a ballroom. It was smaller than that, but they had a suite sort of that was focused on all kinds of gaming, Charlie, table games and other things. Just a whole bunch of gaming. There's a lot of gamers that come to this. So there was some gaming in their Discord last year. So that made a lot of sense. So.
That is something that I have thought a lot about. Doing some games in the Discord.
Sure. But So I'm gonna do this. I'm going to let's see. I'll go real quick. I'll give a rundown of my panels, which is the one cosplay is for everybody. Hey, that is not tomorrow. Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. Then I have the one that's all about building a buzz and raising awareness and stuff of your stuff with it's the YouTube and all that jazz and all the social media. I'm gonna be on that one with Pip and T Morris, but they'll be via Zoom. So it's me and Pip and T Morris, and then the guy that's the moderator, and then let's see the other one. I could probably have like a cheat sheet here. Looks like Tamara Woods is about to go on. Wow, I'm having a brain fart, but anyway, I already had 2 panels going on Saturday, and that was one of them. And the other one is on Saturday is that's the one at 7 p.m. Saturday is when to argue with your editor, basically it's called. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then I have 2 on Sunday. Let's see here. 2 on Sunday are let's see. I'm really having a brain fart. Sorry.
They happen way more than I would like them to.
I find myself daydreaming more and more each day.
Relatable.
Just staring off like,
Let's see here.
Over here munching on all.
Here's some funny ones. You shouldn't be a writer if what it takes to live the writing life and why it's not for everyone. Be a bad writer, pitching your movie at con, writing the naughty bits. Marvelous Marvel and Disney Plus. Let's see, where are we at? Blah, blah, blah. Where is dealing with dated science fiction? What's next for the Doctor? Getting back to in-person fandom. That's random things on Friday. Saturday. Steampunk Science. Selling your art online is at 1:00 on Saturday. The ways you can get noticed and what not to do. Basically, everything that I can do. I don't do enough. That's what I mean. We have one called How Science and True Crime Connect. One is called Making Your Magic Work, How to Create the Rules for the Magic in Your Fictional World. Charlie. Blah, blah, blah. Escape the Clouds concert. Whose line is it anyway? They always have that. Their version. How to cosplay Star Wars. Here it is. When to argue with an editor is 7:00 p.m. on Saturday. There is a talent and cosplay show at 7:00 also on Saturday. There's a trivia trick or treat. Somebody's got telescopes doing sky watching. Cosplays for everybody. Here it is, Saturday at 9 p.m. That's when that is. So that works very well for me.
Do you find yourself high energy around 9 p.m.?
Occasionally. It depends a lot on various things. Sunday, 10 a.m. is called Self-Pub, Patreon, YouTube, and Podcasts. New alternatives to traditional publishing, film, and broadcasting. And then on Sunday at 11:00, my last one is called The Hero and Heroine's Journey. Is the journey different based on gender? And I really talk about that one a lot in my blog post.
How long are these presentations you're giving?
They're an hour long, the panels.
Okay, it's panels, so there'll be multiple people.
They're panels, yes.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. There's the only time they're going to have it just be basically one, or like the guest of honor, as that will be on Friday night. Nice. And it's two, because it's Pip and T. Morris. They're a husband and wife steampunk. They are husband and wife team of steampunk authors. So, yeah. They've been guests before. They were guests a few years back, and then they were guests again. They were supposed to be guests last year. But blah, blah, blah. Anyway, yeah. I think I'm going to start wrapping it up here. Okay. Yeah, so we can wrap it up. Would anybody like to do an outro?
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Charlie. I am a non-binary science fiction and fantasy writer, very heavy on the fantasy right now. And I do way too much. This week is oddly very productive because I work really well under like tight constraints, and since I have very little time, I've been getting like crazy amounts done. Maybe I need to like be meaner to myself. I don't know. But I'm getting a lot done.
Be gentle. Be gentle to yourself.
I stream every week on Wednesdays and Fridays starting at 5 p.m. Eastern over on Twitch at twitch.tv/CE and I will soon have a new project coming out, initially on Vela, called The Shadow Phoenix Saga. Book 0, Raid, is back from the editors, and it's going to start going up over there, and then it's going to be kind of rapid fire. The first 7 chapters will go up day 1, and then the last 5 will come out over the next couple weeks, and then the actual book will come out about a month after that. And the new book, the next book in the series, Rebirth, will start showing up chapter by chapter on Vela as it is written. I have a deal with the editors. They're going to be editing chapter by chapter with me. And because it's going to be a very long book, and I don't want to have people to have to wait for extremely long periods of time between books coming out, that's going to be coming up through Vela as it is written. So I'm very excited about that. Plus, I may be accidentally making a soundtrack for the series. I don't know. I started doing like what sounds like boss battle music the other day. So I don't know.
You're doing all the things.
All the things.
And if you don't know, my name's Bonnie. My channel is Bonnie Being Bonnie, and you can join me at 11 o'clock Tuesday through Friday for Prompt Coffee Writing Sprints, the brunch writing bunch.
Very cool. And then I cough. And my name is Heather Dewey Pettit, and I currently stream Thursdays at noon Eastern. And I'm going to Necronomicon Tampa this weekend to be a panelist, and I'm getting excited. And guess what I also did, Charlie? I've been exceedingly busy myself, and I created a little outro during your Twitch stream yesterday.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to try this. So
I'm excited.
I'm going to try it. So here we go. Let's do it.
Very nice.
Yeah, I didn't want anything too in your face or anything, but that's, I guess, my style.
Nice.
Thanks. You know.
Yeah,
I think it work for the time being, and just so that I have something like that.
Yeah, I've been playing with those types of things also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look really great.
Oh,
really
that's nice. Just finding things.
Yeah. So, all right, then. I guess I'll see you guys next week. And thank you so much for coming. Thank you to anybody watching live or on the replay. All right. See you guys later. Bye.